Okay. So good morning to all of you once again. And I hope most of you have joined the session now. So we are uh, about to start today's session, Think Smart as an Undergraduate. So before that, I would like to welcome you all once again to Faculty of Applied Sciences, Sabaragamu University of Sri Lanka. So for now, it is okay to keep your videos switched off and mute yourselves. But I would like to have this session as an interactive session. So if I ask any questions, you're all welcome to unmute yourself and talk, because that is good to know people and have this session as interactive session. Not only this session, I think all the speakers would like to see your talk if they ask any questions and if you have any questions. So let's do it like that. Before starting, so let me share my screen. So do you have any questions, Induranga? I can see your hand raised. Can I have my presentation shared, Susil? It
Oh, yes,
doesn't,
madam.
yeah, it doesn't allow me to share it.
Madam, can you check now to share? Yes.
Sure. Thank you so much, Susil. Yes, it allows me now. So can you all see my screen? I want some of the students to say yes or no. Sorry, I didn't hear. I think someone tried to talk, but it was not clear.
Yes.
Can you see my screen and hear me?
Yes, madam.
Right.
Yes,
Thank
madam.
you so much. Very good. So let's keep going like that. Please do talk and get the use of these lecture series, not only this, everything. Right. So today we are going to talk about Think Smart as an undergraduate. Before that, I will introduce myself. So I'm Choshani Dalukdenia. I am a lecturer in the Department of Food Sciences and Technology, Faculty of Applied Sciences, and I also graduated from the Department of Food Science in 2015, and then joined as a demonstrator and a temporary lecturer and a permanent lecturer. Then I went for my higher studies to pursue my PhD from the University of Reading, UK, and I just arrived after completing my PhD there. So today I will be conducting this session, Think Smart as an undergraduate. So as the keynote speaker also mentioned yesterday, you are already a group of smart students. We know that, you know that, because you have already passed your A-level examination and have been selected for a state university. So definitely you are smart. But today we will discuss how being smarter during undergraduate session will help you to in your future life, in your career paths. So what tips you can do as an undergraduate to be smart, right? So now, the first thing, now you are about to start your university life, university education. So this is adapting to the university life is the first challenge that you all will face. once you come here, and already you have started now. So this will be different from the school life that you all have had. So the university versus school. What are the differences that you all might think? The difference between school and university? Anyone? You can answer anything that you feel is good about the university and about school. What differences do you expect? Answer someone, just unmute yourself. If not, I'm going to call out names so that you will have to speak. Prabhashwara, what do you think? Difference in university and school? Anything? Anyone else? If you feel that you would like to answer. So you have to talk. Communication is one key thing to be smart.
Different education system.
Yes, definitely. So the education system here, thank you, very good. You, Dhanush, right? So the education system is different. What the style that you study will change in the university, because now we will come to that. The learning style. So normally in school, what you have experience is you have the textbooks, then you get the notes from your teachers. So everything is being given to you. But here in the university, it is a bit different. So you have to you have to read, you have to learn yourselves. You will be guided, you will be initiated by your lecturers. The initiation will be given, but we expect you all to do your part, to read more, to find more, and to explore more on that, based on that, right? So the learning style is quite different. So you have to adapt into this method. So you have to do a lot of homework, in the sense not giving homework, but you have to work by yourselves a lot, right? And also the university is a place with which offers you more freedom. So you will be more free and more responsible. So you have to manage your time. So you will be expected to manage your time. So do your own work, take decisions about what you do, right? So you have to find your own way to achieve your goals and to be proactive, to set goals. So things like that. So there's a freedom that you did not have in your school life. So there's more responsible. Now you are adult students, so you have more responsible about you. So you will be staying away from home. So you have to take decisions about your life. So these 4 years will be very critical in your life, right? So it sometimes can be the turning point of your life. You will have lots and lots of opportunities to make yourselves, to set goals, then to mold yourself into what you expect, right? So you will never get these 4 years of life again. You will never get this freedom, this during the other stages of your life. So get the maximum out of this. Identify what are the drawbacks that you have, and then what are the strengths that you have. Work towards them, try to work more. So it is all based on this individual shaping up of yourself, right? So learning, don't worry, lecturers are there, the syllabuses are there, everything is there, but they will initiate you, they will give you the foundation, but you have to build yourself along that, right? So that is one thing. And the self-directed learning, you have to take charge of your education. So we have lots of, now I will talk how you can do this. We have lots of resources, so you can use them, but how you will adapt now will shape your ability to handle your future. So future challenges, future opportunities, because this is the first time, I think, for most of you all, that you're coming out of your houses and then starting alone, right? So this, how you adapt into a place, will be very important, and this will help you to handle your future challenges, because future after you graduate is you go out into the society, so lots of challenges you will have to face every day. But here, if you learn everything, so if you try to adapt to everything, and if you get that strength, it will help you in all your future challenges and also opportunities, right? Then how can you make use of these? So lots of resources are available in the campus or the university, right? So we have the library facilities. So the library will have lots of books and access to many journals and other reference materials. So we do have sessions now during your orientation period. We have different sessions. The librarian will come and speak to you, and they will explain how these resources can be used, what facilities you get. So always make sure that you attend all these sessions, because everything will be important for you during your university life. That is why they have been selected, and we have put them in your orientation program, so you can use the library. So many facilities are there. Make use of them. Sometimes we will just give you, okay, you can refer these sort of books, some examples only, but you should be able to find out more, use these resources, use these facilities well, and complete your notes and expand your knowledge, right? And then we do also have laboratory facilities. So that, I think yesterday, if you have, the department heads spoke and they talked a lot about their facilities and laboratories. So here in our applied sciences faculty, most of the degree programs, we have lots of practicals. So you will get hands-on experience to use them, so to gain those practical knowledge. So these are all resources that you can make use of. So you have to go to your practical classes and get used them. And when you design your research and your projects, you can use them. And also, even if you feel like you are interested in doing some research or something, you can come, speak to us, design something, get use of these resources. These are all opportunities that you can use, right? So you have to make sure that during this period, get the maximum use of these resources, be smart enough to utilize most of them much as possible, and expand your capacity, expand your knowledge, right? Another important thing is a support system, right? So there's a huge support system. Academic support, definitely you're going to get this academic support, so don't worry about that. Lecturers are there, the other supportive academic staff are there, so they will definitely help you, they will definitely guide you, initiate your knowledge. That support you will get. But beyond that support, we expect you all to work on your own and expand your knowledge. So be ready for that challenge. I hope you all can achieve this well, because you are anyway a special set of students. So you can do it. The other important thing is, we do understand that when you're staying away from home, when you have lots of work, because in all subjects, I'm not trying to scare you, but you will get lots of report writing, you will get assignments, then you have the lectures, you have to get ready for your exams. You know, this sort of thing, when you come at first, will be sometimes stressful. But don't worry. We have a good support system. We have mental health support. We have counseling available. You will have lectures on them also. So you know who to go and reach, who to go and talk. So come forward, talk with your friends, right? And we have so many counseling programs, even about career counseling. We have different departments. So you have to make use of these things and get the maximum use out of them. Because when you use these resources, you build a habit of seeking knowledge. So during this period of time, if you practice this, if you practice to read more books, read more journals, look into more knowledge, right? Then that will become a habit to you. So even in your later part, I mean, even in your career, even in other parts of your life, this habit will help to improve yourself, right? And the support system, it's very essential for a continuous growth. If you need to grow, we have to reach out to people, we have to network. So these things are very important for a continuous growth, right? Then the other important thing is building networking. So networking is another very, very important thing. So is anyone trying to ask a question? If you need to ask a question, raise your hand. I will give you a time. Yes, you can. If you have any questions, I saw someone raising the hand. Please feel free to unmute and talk. No? Was it an accident? Right, fine. I will continue, but if you still have a question, just raise your hand. And yeah, right. So then we were talking about the networking. So networking is another very, very important thing. Okay? Talk to people, get to know people, and make your network strong, right? So you can connect with your peers. That means your colleagues. So I think definitely, even by now, you might already have connected with them. You might already have the groups and talking to each other. That is good, right? To get to know others, because that will be important someday for you all, right? And also the faculty members. So your supervisors, your lecturers, build a network with them, talk to them, get to know what interests they have, and see if you can gain something, right? And also other professionals. So for example, if you go for a conference or a symposium, so you will meet, I hope you know what conferences, symposiums are. So that means now, you know, we are all studying science. So in scientific platforms, when people find, if you do a research, if you find out something, we go and present it in conferences. We present them as papers in journals. So these are platforms. And symposium is similar to a conference, but it is a more specified area, maybe a more specified topic. So people who do research, who have interest in that particular subject, gather to that place, and you can present your work. They will present their work. So those kinds of places are good opportunities to get to know other professionals in the field, get update yourself about what is happening. So this networking, if you happen to go, you will get the chance of going, because we have conferences when you come to the campus. Even from our faculty, we organize certain conferences. You can also, we have national level, we have international level conferences. So you can meet people. So when you go to places like that, talk to others. If you see someone doing a research that it's interesting to you, you can go and talk to them, read more about them, about those topics. So this networking is very important that way. And also you have other student organizations. So in our faculty, in all the departments, there are student associations. Now, for example, the food science department, we have SAFSTA, the Sabaragama University Food Science and Technology Association. And even the Natural Resource Department, they have SNRS. They are student association. Physical sciences, they have their own. Sports, they have. So all these associations, they organize events, right? They do a certain, they awareness programs, things like that. So the students organize them. So you get the leadership qualities. So you get so many team working experience. So those things, so utilize them, work with them, right? Because they will one day be important for your CV. So finally, every one of you, what do you want? You want to graduate, go out of the university and do something, right? Maybe you will do your own business or something, be an entrepreneur, or maybe you will work in the academia, maybe you will work into the industry. So you will have your own goals, right? So for all these things, these little things will be very important. If you practice them during this time, you can definitely go to a good place, right? So in the CVs, if you put something, it is always better to explain how you get without just mentioning I have teamwork. Okay, I have been so and so in this association. We have organized this, we have done this. So then they know, okay, with examples you have. So these things are very important. To use them, take part in these things and build yourself, build your personality and be smart, right? Then the effective study habits. So we were talking about the different networking. We talked about all these thinking smart, how to do that, adapting. But why have you come here now? What is now just when you start, you have a goal. What is that? Why did you come here? Someone tell me. Now, what is the thing that you have to do? You have been selected, you came here. Now, every one of you have that goal. That is a common goal to you. What is it? You have a common goal. All of you have that goal. What is that?
Grow our skills, ma'am.
Sorry?
Grow our skills.
Yeah, growing your skills is one thing. What is the main thing? Very good, Rishapa. So, main thing, now, why are you Lavithin? Why have you come here?
To be graduated.
Definitely. Yes, Ashani. So, every one of you have this goal. Now you came here as undergraduate. Your goal is to graduate and get your degree. So that is one important thing common to all of you, right? Then all of you have that goal, right? So to achieve that, you have to have effective study habits. Now don't forget that goal throughout this time period, right? Always keep in mind, I have to get my degree. Because why I'm telling this is, because you have your freedom, because you're independent, because you're responsible of your decisions, there are sometimes some decisions that you take might affect you obtaining your degree, right? For example, examination frauds. I'm telling these things to you. We also do talk about them in a different session during the orientation, but I will also just mention. So examination frauds is very strict. It can even lose your degree, right? If you get caught into examination offenses 2 times, you will lose your studentship. So there are rules like that. So get updated, know about them. So you have to be responsible about your decisions. That is why I said these 4 years, it can be a turning point in your life. It can take you to a very high level. It can help you reach your goals, but also if some little mistakes like that happen, it can also even lead to losing your degree. So know those things. read the handbooks that are being given to you. All the rules are there. So you will have different sessions about rules and regulations. Listen to them well, take them into your head. Don't ever forget why you came here. So that is number one always. You have to obtain your degree. However much you do the other things will always only support this. So you go out with your degree, but if you be smart, you can expand so many other skills. And if you go out with the degree plus the skills, you can be successful, right? More successful. Just going out only with the degree will also not help you, right? Because now we have to compete with the world outside. Don't just think of this area and only Sabaragamuwa. No, you try to always compete with the world outside. National level, okay, but think about the international level. The world is moving so fast. So the more smarter you are, quickly you can be more successful, right? So quickly you can be stable if you are smart enough. Every one of you have equal opportunities, right? So make use of them. You can definitely win the world. Okay, so study habits is one main thing. If I come back to where we stopped, so your degree. So aim for that. Time management is one important thing. You do the other things, that is important. Now, degree is number one, we know, but if you only do the degree also, that is not very successful. If you go on the CV and if it is only the degree that you have, then they will think, okay, this person cannot do multitasking. If you have degree with so many other things, okay, this one is having a good profile. He's capable of doing many things, handling many things together. So such personalities are more preferred by the outside world when you go to work, right? Balancing so many things. So time management is a key thing. Make sure practice now itself. Maybe have a planner or a calendar. So some practice, if you keep practicing this now, it will even help you even after you graduate. So all of you, manage your time properly, attend your lectures, attendance is much, attend your practicals, and also manage your time, how to do the other extra work, the assignments, the practical, the reports that you get, all those things, right? So that management, always try to have calendars, try to have planners and have schedules, right? Weekly schedules, and see whether you have achieved them. If you try practicing these things, they will be a habit to you with time. So it's very easy for you to manage and then do many things together, right? Because if you try to do one thing and if you lose the other, that is also not very effective, right? So always manage your time properly. We all have this. We will face different situation. We will face different challenges. Amidst that, make sure the time management is a key point, right? Then the active learning. So as I mentioned, you have to take part in your lectures properly and actively participate in them. Try to gain as much as possible, right? Ask questions, talk, discuss things, right? With your lecturers, with your colleagues, everything, right? And you have to read extra work, make your own notes, expand your notes. Now, we might sometimes just give you the initiation, right? The basics. We will mention, and during in the lecture note, we will mention maybe around 10%, if I say just examples, right? And then during the lecture, we will discuss more. Maybe it will cover close to 30 to 50%, let's say. But the others, rest, you have to find out. Actively learn, use the resources, right? Always get engaged in these things. Ask questions during your lectures, right? So it's a very good thing. Discuss. There are nothing called stupid questions. If you get a question, ask that. Then you clarify it. So that is how you can get update and expand your knowledge. So don't be afraid. And also the other important thing is the technology these days. So the technology is moving very fast and we have to be proactive. We have to get updated with these things. So it is important. Sometimes technology can also cause you problems, right? But how to use them effectively is one important thing. We do have a session on how to use this new technology effectively, the platforms, the AI platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, things like that. So we have a separate session. Make sure you come into all those sessions so then you can even make this technology a help to your studies. That can happen. You can use them. These things are available, so you can use them, but you have to know how to use them properly, right? Not just copy paste or something like that. How to use your knowledge and how to make use of those proper technologies. So how to use them effectively is one important thing. And you have many online courses available now. So during your leisure time, you can refer them, right? Online libraries are there. So all these things are available. So make your study habits very effective, right? Get updated always. The time management is important. Learning actively is important. Utilizing getting help of technology is possible. So you will have to know these things. Now, don't worry about your, so we can understand most of you might have not studied in English medium, right? But this university period, you have 4 years, you have so much of time to improve your English, to improve, because we have the lectures in English medium. So don't worry, maybe the first semester you will have to put a lot of effort, but it will not be in vain, because once you know that, things will be smooth and you will learn it. So these 4 years are there for you to learn, to polish what you already know, right? And to gain more knowledge. So get the maximum use of these 4 years to improve all the skills that you need, right? Be smart enough. We have so many English facilities. You will get to know them in this during the course. And even in the during this orientation, we have English courses. So participate in all these things. They will definitely help you. So don't worry. This place is there to support you. Don't worry about the language. Don't make it a barrier, because we all know you might have not studied in English medium, but here things are there to help yourself, right? So make use of this time. We may make use of all these resources, manage your time properly, learn actively, use other resources like technology, and make yourself successful, right? So developing these habits will benefit you throughout your career. So these 4 years are there for you to do all these things, right? Develop these habits and it will definitely help you right through. You will not get a chance like this again in your life. So get the maximum use. You are all smart children. You have overcome one big challenge, one big barrier in your life, the A-level examination, and got selected here. And now this is the opportunity that you have got to develop all the other skills obtain along with your degree and be a very smart graduate when you pass out, right? Then to do all these things, now you all might feel, oh, madam is telling these things, but how can we obtain? So you can seek help. So always seek help if you feel that you need to know something. Go and talk to your lecturers, right? Now you will have lectures and you have the time. And if there are questions, talk, ask questions. So one thing that we have noticed recently is, especially with the online sessions, you all don't talk. Don't do this. You will not get that time again, right? So if you have a question, ask it at that point. It's very good. It might also help not only you, it might help others as well, right? So ask something because it is very important, right? Seeking help. And then you will get supervisors. Now, when you start some projects, for a project, you will get a supervisor. So you have to always go and talk to them. Update them about your project. Update them about the problems that you have. Discuss the possible things, how to overcome these things. So the lecturers are there, the supervisors are there, then the peers, your friends. So maybe if you talk to them, if you seek help, if you have some problem, so collaborate. That is very essential to overcome challenges. So if you collaborate with others, you can overcome challenges, right? So that is one important thing that we have. Collaborating with each other, seeking and reaching out for help if you need help. Don't just get stuck. This is not something like that. University is a place where you get opportunities, talk to people, discuss things among yourselves, right? So it is all available for you. Make use of them, right? You have to build resilience. So if something keeps on not working right, you have to have the courage to try something new, discuss, do another way. So when you do your projects, you will face such situations. So always be resilient. Then you can go anywhere in the world and work, right? So setting goals. This is another very, very important thing. So you know you have lots of opportunities. If you just try to do everything, you will also not succeed. Have a goal, have a specific goal, right? SMART goals. This is one thing that I will discuss a little extra. So SMART goals. What are these SMART goals? So you can have goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I will explain in the future slides about these things. So always have a goal. You can have short-term goals, you can have long-term goals. Now, for example, this week, right, you can have a short-term goal. I'm going to participate into all of the sessions in my timetable. It's a short-term goal. So if you achieve it, you feel happy about it. So even these little things, maybe about a day. So today I'm doing this. You have a list. And when you tick them off, you feel very happy. It feels like a reward for yourself. So practice these kinds of things, right? Long-term goal. Now for yourself, you already have a long-term goal to get graduated, do my degree successfully, maybe to obtain my degree with a class. So have such goals. So not only in your academic area, even in your personal life, you can have practice these things to be smart, right? You can have short-term goals. So alongside you can have, okay, by the end of the first semester, I am going to improve my English. Or by the end of the first semester, I'm going to do some extra work in computer science side using this new technology side, right? And you can manage your time for that also. So likewise, we will see how to set these SMART goals now, okay? So SMART goals, number 1, S. So specific. So your goal has to be specific. When you're setting up a goal, you have to make sure that it is specific. I mean, not just a vague thing that is not even achievable. That will only stress you out. But if you have a specific goal, it should be very clear. It should answer the question, what you want to obtain, right? So make sure you have a specific goal. Right? So be clear about what you want. First think, what do I want? Okay, what is the question I have? What is the answer? Okay, then my goal should be this. Something very clear and specific, right? And measurable also. Okay, so the goals need to have criteria for measuring progress. This will help to stay on track and reach your target dates. So something, okay, by the end of this week, right? Or by the end of this semester, something like that. You have, your goal can be measured, or maybe marks wise. I'm going to get an A+, or I'm going to get 85 marks. Likewise, something measurable. The goal should be like that. And also it should be achievable. You don't aim to something that is not realistic, right? So it should be realistic. It should be attainable to be successful, right? So always have achievable goals. Think of something that you can achieve. Now, that can stretch your abilities, but it should remain possible. It should be something that is possible to do, right? With a little bit of effort, okay? And it should also be relevant. It should matter to you, and it also should align with other relevant goals, right? Now, for example, we'll say you have your degree, you have a specific subject. So if you improve in this subject, you can obtain your degree. So all your goals go towards the same path. So it should align with others as well for you to be successful. And time bound. Every goal needs a target date. So you have to have that. If you do not have dates, if you do not have these target deadlines, you will not feel like working towards it. You will feel lazy. That happens, that is common to all of us, right? So you have to have your target dates set, deadline set. You can have your own. Now for assignments and things, we definitely do give a deadline. But if you have your own deadlines, if you have practiced these things, it becomes a habit and you can automatically, without stress, just work towards them, right? Let's say I have given you an assignment to submit next week, right? And if you just don't do anything and start the day before the deadline, you will be stressed. But if another student start working today, devote his time, manage his time, maybe a few hours per day, he can easily reach the deadline. So likewise, have deadlines and work towards dates. Now we will see an example of a SMART goal. It should be specific, I said, right? And it should be clear. Now, for example, let's say chemistry, if it is a common subject for you all. Okay, I have to improve my grades in my chemistry course. That is your specific goal. It is clear, but you have to work hard for chemistry because you are going to improve your grade. You are aiming for an A+ for chemistry. So then it should be measurable, right? So the score. So you have to work towards a specific mark. Or if you're working for an A+, maybe more than 85 or 90 marks. Okay, that is the measure you have in your head. So my next chemistry, next semester, if you have 2 or 3 subjects in chemistry, all these things, I am going to get more than 80 marks. I am working towards that. So when you get assignments, you have to give your time, devote your time, work hard. So when you have things into your head, automatically you will be driven towards it, right? And then how can you achieve it, right? So you know you have the chemistry, you know you will get an exam at the end of the semester. So don't wait until your study leave period. Work every day, right? So devote a specific time every day. No need to be long hours, maybe just 1 hour or 2 hours per day. Likewise, manage your time, right? Manage your time properly so that you can achieve that goal by the end, right? And also it should be relevant. Improving your, what I say why it should be relevant is, so improving your chemistry, what will happen? It will sorry, I was muted. Okay. So your time should be relevant. Right? Now you have a achievable goal. Why is it relevant? Chemistry is important for you to obtain your degree. So it's relevant. It matches with your long-term goal also. Right? So you can have goals like that. And time bound. So by the end of the semester, then you have a time also. Right? So always think of your goals in this way. It's a smart thinking. There are other ways maybe, but this is one method. If you keep practicing these things, you can automatically be successful, be smart, and with less effort, you can achieve all your targets, right? So be specific, measurable, and it should be achievable, right? How you're going to achieve it, what are the plans, what are the time management tips you have, and how it is relevant to your long-term goal, and what time, during which time. So then you have to target for this goal only during that semester, right? Then next semester you can have a different goal, right? At the same time, you can have your personal goals also, right? What you improve in your personal life. Okay, so balance these things in that way. Then you can develop your soft skills, right? This is one other important thing. Now you have your goals. Now you're ready. That academically, you know how to set your goals. Personally, you know how to set your goals. This is another very important thing in this modern world. Developing your soft skills. What are these soft skills? Can anyone tell me what soft skills are? What are these soft skills? Have you heard about this word, soft skills? Have you heard what soft skills are? Raise your hand, those who have heard what soft skills are.
Communication skill.
Definitely, very good, thoroughly, right? So communication skills is one key thing in developing the soft skills. So you have to communicate, right? Now you have you work, you manage your time, you have your goals, everything is there. But if you just keep quiet, you will not get anything. Communicate. Even in science, we have to communicate in scientific platforms. If I do a research, if I find something, I have to go and communicate it to the world, to the scientific community. Maybe through a paper, publishing a paper, maybe presenting in a conference. That is also one way of communication, right? If not, people will not know that I have found out something, right? And communication to others, right? Again, networking also comes here, right? Talking to others, presenting yourself to others. All these things are very important to be smart and to be successful, right? Teamwork and leadership, another important thing, right? Just doing something alone cannot help you at sometimes. You have to work as a team, right? Some targets are there that you can achieve alone, but some targets you should definitely work as a team to be more successful, right? And then you can enhance your leadership qualities through them, right? These things are very important. In your CVs, when people send CVs, they sometimes write good communication skills, teamwork, just a list. No, the people who are looking at, they don't want to read a list. They want to know how you achieve these things. So it's always better to give with examples, right? So if you are going now, let's say if you're planning to an academic pathway in your higher studies, how you have communicated your research, whether you have published papers, right? And then whether you have good presentation skills. If you have won from some presentations, mention those things, right? And teamwork. If you, as I mentioned, now we have student associations, we have so many things, we have group works. If you have done those things, give the examples. I have a teamwork experience because I was in this association. Maybe I was the president. During my presidency, we organized these kinds of workshops. I have done these activities, so like that. Then only people can, okay, make sure this person, okay, yes, he has teamwork experiences. He has leadership experiences. So when you have those, when you have built those things during this time, you can talk about them, and then that will be, it will strengthen your profiles. And adaptability and problem solving. So these things, when you follow your curriculum also, you get these things, but when you do extra work, you will definitely experience these challenges. So how to adapt into them, how to solve a problem. When you do a research, sometimes you might get a problem, so you can talk to others, so you can read more about it, work hard on it, and try to solve these problems. So all these things fall under the soft skills like that way. And even in your general life, you will face so many challenges, you will have to adapt into so many things, and then lots of problems will come to you with during your life. So how to face these problems? Facing the problems is one good thing, right? Trying to solve them, seek the support and try to solve them. Sorry, I just saw now some of you have put in the chat about the problem solving. Yes, I just saw them now, but I prefer if you talk. Anyway, good. So these are some of the soft skills that you can develop. Yes, critical thinking, very important thing. So when you practice these things while you're in your undergraduate state, it will definitely help to build your profile, a good personality with all these skills, right? So those are the experiences that you can quote in your CVs and make them strong, make them outstanding, and make them being selected, right? So always know these things. Try to develop these things. There are so many facilities in the campus. Now, when you come to the university, you have the opportunity to use all these things. So many English improving centers, business linkage centers, so many career guidance units. So make use of these things. Go to those places, talk, see what you can do, right? Work with your colleagues, do collaborative work, and you will definitely have the chance to develop these things. Okay. Then, now so I see someone raising the hand. Do you have any questions? Chalani? You can unmute yourself. Yeah, time management, very good. So I saw a hand raised. Was it? Okay, right. So maybe if you have a question, you can talk. Right. So then, now we were talking about all these things. So you might be feeling, oh, we have a lot to do. But the work-life balance is also very important, right? So this is something you have to be very careful, this work-life balance, right? So you will definitely at some points be stressed, right? So you have to be able to manage these things, right? You can practice something like doing exercises, maybe doing a hobby, practice mindfulness, have time devoted for such things also. Go out with your friends, maybe listen to music, read a book, book something different from your academic pathway, something like that. Or keep that also in your mind. So if you just work, I think the keynote speaker also mentioned about those things yesterday. So that is not only thing what you want. You have to be healthy. Yes, practice mindfulness, very good. So in your relationships, these things are very important. You have to balance these things, right? Otherwise, if you just focus only about your academic thing, try to, no, that is not what we expect from an undergraduate. You have to be healthy, you have to be strong, physically and mentally both. Then only you can achieve all these things. So give some time for yourself also, right? So that is very important. Now, during this period of time in your life, sometimes it can be because with your age and everything, sometimes this might be the period where you find your life partner. So those things are also there in the university. That in the school, I think there are rules and things for that, but in the university, you can use your time for these things, build relationships with others. It is possible. Most of you sometimes might find your life partners here during your university life. So those things are there. Enjoy your life. That is important, right? Avoid burnout, right? Don't just be stressed out. and be very frustrated, talk to people, talk to your friends, come to us lecturers if you feel like you want to talk. Enjoy your life also, right? That is very important. Work-life balance, right? So keep an eye on that. Don't try to set too much goal, too many goals, and become so stressed and wait. Have one or two goals and enjoy your personal normal life. Do a hobby. So we have lots of opportunities for that. We have art centers. You can do your aesthetic work. We have them in our orientation schedule also. So know about those things so you can go and do your musical work. And there are lots of so many functions where you can attend, where people, you all itself, the students itself organize them. Take part in these things, right? So they are also very important. Same way as obtaining your degree, you have to be healthy, you have to be physically and mentally fit, right? So this place in a university, you have the chances to do all these things. We have a big ground where you can run, do exercises. We have the sports sciences unit, so many things that you can do. Lots of sports activities, lots of sports events are there, lots of teams are there. You can take part in them, participate in the university games. So many things are there. So give some time, manage your time for that also, for yourself also. That is also important, right? Then with all these things, now imagine, right? So you have a very strong profile now. You have good grades, and then you have so many extracurricular work. You have managed your time well. With all these things, now our main goal is to get the degree and go. But in almost all our degree programs, we have an internships time period where you are allowed to go and work in the industry, in research institutes, so anywhere. So if you are planning to go from the academic side, right, to do a master's, do a PhD, join a university, become a lecturer, become a professor thing. If you have goals like that, maybe you can fall into more research-oriented sites. Yeah, if not, you can join the industry, you can do things. Yes, very good. No matter how much work you have, mental freedom is very important. It is there, and I agree with you. So that is one of the comments that I received in the chat from one of your colleagues. So yes, you have to think about that side, right? Now with all those things, now you are a person, now you have to go get ready for your internships. So when you go, you will have a strong CV now. You have to keep finding opportunities. The departments will help you, but find opportunities. Whenever you see a person, whenever you go, maybe at a conference, maybe at an exhibition, if you feel, okay, this place is good for me to go and work, you find opportunities. Have a list, right, with yourself. So when you reach to your fourth year, you can think, okay, I would, because we take you to field visits to different institutions, different companies. So if you feel, oh, it's a good place for me to work, have it in your list. So when you come to your final year and when you're looking for your internship, you can think of those places, right? Always try to gain more experience. So you can talk about your experience and then pitch yourself for that particular thing, particular place to work. So gain more experience. So these things will be important in your internship. So we try to send a graduate out of the university with work experience. So that is why the internship period is there. During that period, work hard. You will get the real working experience in the outside world there, right? So you will get all those experience in your degrees. How far you're going to get that opportunity, capture that opportunity is based on your hand, right? We will send everyone to internships, right? Department will help you, but how well you work there, how well you gain all those experience, how smart you work there is all under your control, under your decisions, right? So for that, you have to build a professional profile, okay? So I told you all the things that you can gain, all the things that you can include in your CVs. When you do all this work, you have points to add into them, right? And also you can maintain your digital profiles as well. Okay, so things like LinkedIn. If you're going into the industry, these things are important. We do have a session about them also. So take part in it. Now itself, try to practice these things, build those profiles. Networking again, it comes, right? So all these things are very important for you to build your professional profiles, right? So you in your CV, as I mentioned earlier, just don't put the point form, I'm a good team worker, I have good communication skills. No, that is not what is expected. You have to give it examples. How did you obtain that particular thing? What was the team that you worked in? What were the achievements that you got? What were the challenges you overcame? When you have a profile that like that, you will be definitely smart and outstanding from the others. So that is why all these opportunities, you take these opportunities, get the maximum use during these 4 years. You will never get a period like this in your life. These 4 years will go in a flash. Remind, right? Because you have lots of work to do. Get the maximum use. At the same time, enjoy life also, right? Because that is one very important thing, right? Do what you can. Don't try to take so many things at once. Have these goals, the achievable goals, one or two, right? If in the first semester you had one goal, that is fine. You achieve it. Next semester, aim for two, right? Don't aim for like 5 or 6 goals in the first semester, get stressed, forget everything, lose your mental health. Don't do things like that. So be very careful about your decisions and build this one by one during these 4 years of time. Gain experience that you can add into your CV finally, right? Develop your digital profile. Your CV, your digital profile should match, right? The same things should be there. Build a good network and you can definitely be smart and successful. Okay. So then you have to explore your career options. You can be an academic, right? So I have selected academic pathway. You can go to the industry, work in a company, develop something for a company, take in management roles. We have lots of alumni who are in very good places. You can definitely be an entrepreneur, right? You can get this, learn something, put your own company, right? Make a product of your own. So those things, all these things are possible for you. There's nothing that you can't do. This faculty provides you degree programs with a very good foundation, right? So you can go anywhere in the world and work. You have a firm foundation, you will get a firm foundation, build your career on that. Take all the opportunities and be smart, right? So you can use all these resources. Just don't come to the lectures, go back to the hostel, just do the work and stay. Enjoy your life. Balance your work, right? Get the experiences and use these things. Can be a very smart and a successful person. I am one very good example because I passed out from this faculty from Department of Food Sciences. I had my bachelor's and I did, because I wanted this academic pathway, I published many of my researches that I did. And then even without master's, I got a scholarship for a PhD, right? So that those paths are there. Even industry, most of our alumni work in very good places. Alumni are the people, our like past pupils, you say. So the past graduates, so we call them alumni. So you have 2 or 3 alumni talks, and even in department sessions, you will listen to them, see how they have achieved their goals, see what things you can grab from them. So then set up your goal. Okay, I will be someone like this. right? Maybe you don't have a goal now. Never mind. Come to the university, experience, slowly start this journey. By the end of these 4 years, you will be a very successful person. You all can do it. You all have the potential, right? You have been selected here because you are suitable for this. So no one, don't think of just leaving this and going. You get this up, you got this rare opportunity, work towards it. Always keep in mind, you have to compete nationally and internationally, right? So you also have to build yourself suitable for that, come to compete with that. We have lots of, other universities, private universities coming on. So you have to go and work with them. You have to go to outside the world, work with them. So if you make use of all these resources, if you be a very smart, if you have all this experience, gain all as much as experience you can and build your profile, be physically and mentally strong, definitely you will be successful. All of you have that potential, so don't give up. Problems will come, challenges will come, face them, seek help, come to us. These 4 years will be a golden opportunity for you all, right? So grab that opportunity and work hard. Think smart. Okay. So as a summary, if I just talk to you, we were talking about adapting, right? Can you remember what we discussed? Adapting from school life to the university life, and then how to use the resources in the campus, how to build your network, keep your network strong, keep on building, right? Maybe you talk to one person today and you go for a first conference, you speak only to one person, never mind. Next conference, you can speak to 2 or 3 or 5. When you do that at one time, you get that confidence, right? Start practicing these things. Don't wait until you go out of the university to practice. This place gives you all the opportunities, get the maximum use, right? Then your study habits, your time management, active learning, using technology, proactive with all those things, very important, right? Obtain your degree, set the goals, set other goals for your main long-term goal, right? Developing your soft skills, lots of opportunities are there, right? So make use of those opportunities. Come and use them. All these facilities are there for you all, right? So don't worry, come use them, gain experiences. Everyone is there to help you, right? You can help among yourselves. We don't give 1, 2, 3 places like that, right? If you all get through a certain GPA, you will all get classes, right? So work as a team, collaborate, help each other, discuss things, discuss all relevant materials, and maintain a good work-life balance. Very important thing, right? Then gain your experience and prepare for your career. So that is what you are ready. If you be smart, if you do all these things, you can definitely be a smart person and obtain a very successful career after you graduate. Okay. So the final thing that I need to tell you is your undergraduate journey is what you make use of, right? So what you make of it. Think smart, embrace all the opportunities, seek help when you need it, and stay motivated. Okay? Don't lose your motivation. Always, if someone is losing motivation, encourage them also. Help each other. Think smart. All these opportunities are for you. Use them, right? You can definitely win. You have that potential. That is why you are already here, right? Don't lose that confidence. Just polish it more and be more smart and successful. Right. Thank you so much. That is all for this session today. Now, do you have any questions? Now this is time for the questions. If you have any questions, just raise your hand, unmute yourself and talk. I hope things were clear to you. I hope you got some motivation and some tips to work well, because you haven't started yet properly, right? So this is the orientation. Take these things to your head, motivate yourself and work hard, right? Any questions? No questions? Was it crystal clear or you didn't understand anything? Was it clear? Just raise your hand then. I have received something in the chat. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Right. I have happy to know that it was clear. So anytime, if you all have any issues, reach out. Don't be afraid, right? You are adult students now. Communicate properly, right? And work hard well. I am not really aware about it, so we will inform you. After your orientation program, which is online, sometimes you will start your semesters on campus, but I'm not really sure. We will inform you by the end of the orientation period, right? So, but definitely you will get a chance to come to the campus. Don't worry, right? Okay. Then thank you so much for attending this session. You will receive the link for the other session. Today we have a discussion session in the afternoon. So join that and talk to us. Discussion session is there for you all to talk also. I will also be in the session as the coordinator of the orientation, and the coordinators from your different departments are there, right? So talk, and if you have questions, if your parents have any questions, you can take them also. So come and talk to us during the discussion session today. So it is at 1 p.m. You will receive the link very soon for the discussion session. So thank you all and see you at 1 p.m. today.